Night racing at Richmond. Welcome back on FX. This is a Visa Race Break. Jimmy Johnson, your leader. A quick recap. Things starting rough for Robbie Gordon in the 31 car. Remember, he was in the Busch race in Richmond yesterday, then went to qualifying at Indy back here. Had a left front tire go down. Goes to the back of the pack. And then what you expect on Saturday night, Rusty Wallace getting into it with Biffle.
Every time you come to a short track, here you go. Right now, these guys make contact. Rusty gets knocked sideways.
Jeff Green here tapping Casey Kane in the 9 car. And then, I don't know, is this retaliation?
I think so right now when you think about what happened before. But right now, Jeff Green definitely wound up on the short end of that stick.
Talking about NASCAR drivers 360. That follows our race tonight. Here at Kurt Busch leading, but has to pull in. As you just explained, they had some belt problems. Kurt Busch has just returned to the track. A guy who's involved heavily in the points race, as we welcome you back to the Hollywood Hotel. And the Roush car is doing well tonight despite that little mishap.
Definitely so right now. We've been kind of watching that whole movement of the group tonight. He's got 4 cars in the top 10, and then Kurt Busch not having that problem. He really had a great run going by the whole group. Mark Martin, Jeff Burton, as well as Matt Kenseth. Currently,
Jimmy Johnson leading Dale Earnhardt Jr. with Ryan Newman running third. We've had 5 lead changes, 5 leaders under our third caution. Let's go back upstairs as they get ready for the restart. Mike?
Kurt Busch's repair took 15 laps, or 8 minutes 29 seconds. He was helped by this caution. As you watch Jimmy Johnson, our race leader from the Chevy pace car cam. He leads Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, and Mark Martin. Back in 9th place, Matt Kenseth. Dick?
Well, the interesting story about Matt Kenseth, Mike, remember 2 years ago here in September, he started in 25th position and won. No one has won on this track's configuration, its current configuration, from further back. Today he started 29th. Kenseth has already passed 20 cars, and the chassis still isn't right. First it was tight, now it's a little bit loose. They get that thing dialed in, and oh boy.
Well, Dick, Jeff Gordon says that the vibration he felt earlier as they come to the green was, in fact, the brakes. But now he says the front end is chattering. He said, I'm shoving the nose, and that push is coming when he gets on the throttle. But otherwise, he's hanging in there.
Pace car driver Buster Otton's on the throttle. He makes a hard left. Here they come with Jimmy Johnson out front.
This is where the clock thickens. We've got 15 cars on that inside line. This is where it really gets treacherous.
And you know, Larry, Jeff's problem is you'd like to run a lot of camber.
Junior, look at this for the lead right off the bat.
Boy, he got a shot off turn 2 going down that back stretch, and they're side by side into turn 3. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 on the bottom.
The bottom usually will prevail and get a little run off that corner. But what I'm going to say about Gordon, you'd like to run a lot of camber, but you can't because of brake heat and because of the heat in the tire. So the front end will chatter sometimes.
Lead change in turn 1. Earnhardt inches ahead to turn 3.
Look at Ryan Newman in that 12 car. He pulls right into the thick of them.
Johnson comes right back, retakes the lead.
But Junior goes back down the front straightaway on the outside.
Junior just can't quite cut down. If he could ever cut down, he could probably go on.
Darrell, how many laps can they keep this up?
Oh, somebody will give. You know, somebody will say, hey, this isn't working.
I'm going to tell you what, I am so impressed with this racetrack. Brand new asphalt. We never dreamed we'd had side-by-side racing like this. Look at it. It's been going on for 4 or 5 laps.
Baby, he's got a good second groove up there. Got good grip, as you can see off of 2. You just can't miss your line over there or you'll get up in that loose stuff. But when you hit it, you can really accelerate down that back straightaway.
I think Ryan Newman in the 12, he's been watching Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He's trying that second groove now. See if he can get by Jimmy Johnson in the 48 for second.
Johnson's not giving it up. He's up to the quarter panel of Earnhardt, middle of turn 2, but now Junior pulls away. Here's Matt.
Under that caution, Jimmy Johnson told Chad Knaus the car feels much better. Still a little free in the center of the corner, but much more drivable. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr. told Tony Eury Jr., he said, what adjustment did you make? They told him, he said, don't do that again. That's not the way we want to go. My car did not react the way I needed to. Doesn't seem to matter, though. Junior's out front, at least at the moment.
Junior, Newman, Johnson, Gordon, and Tony. Stewart is up to 5th.
Tell you what, this is a Tony Stewart looking type of night here at Richmond. We started back in 28.
Oh, turn 2. Robbie Gordon got into Scott Wimmer, but Wimmer avoids the wall in his 22.
That was lucky. That was just lucky right there.
No caution.
Oh, Robbie
Gordon's in
Gordon.
trouble. He must have cut a tire down. The car went straight. Now the caution's out.
38 car, good break for him.
Yeah, he'll be back on the lead lap.
Robbie had something happen to his car going into turn 3 over there.
I just wonder when they got together over there, did they possibly knock a valve stem off or something, make that tire go down?
Well, first the left front, now the right front.
I know one thing, you just can't make a lot of contact. You're going to cut a tire down if you do.
Of course, these tires do not run the inner line or the safety shield, so when the air goes out, you're down on the rim.
Right, you only got about 12, 14 pounds in the left side tires when you start, and about 22, 3, 4 in the right front. So it doesn't have a lot of air in it. We're just off of a caution.
See, the car just took off and went straight. I guarantee you, he had the steering wheel turned, but it wasn't turning.
Robbie just hadn't had a very good day. Didn't qualify all that great at Indy. Started his night off bad here, and it's getting worse.
The fourth caution of the evening comes at lap 136, and Robbie Gordon has really wrinkled up the right front of his singular Chevy. This is NASCAR on FX. Pit stops continue under the fourth caution of the night in the Chevy American Revolution 400 at Richmond. Most of the leaders stayed out. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, the front five. Let's look back at this incident that brought out the fourth caution. And way at the bottom of your screen, you will see Robbie Gordon and Scott Wimmer come into view right there.
That's where the contact was made on Robbie's right front tire. Now he's going to go down the back straightaway, and the tire's going to go.
And again, we talked about it a while ago, possibly knock the valve stem out of the rim.
Gordon's made a couple of trips to pit road, and now comes in once again.
With no interliners in the right side tires, I mean, it's pretty easy to cut one of them or knock one of them down.
Mike, you talked about some of the cars pitting. Cars on the lead lap that pitted was Ward Burton, Terry Labonte, Bobby Labonte, and Elliott Sadler, who just got the free pass.
All right, we're listening in on Jimmy Johnson trying to diagnose his car.
My biggest problem is landing in 3. I get loose, but it comes back to me at the end of the run. Right now, I'm starting to get a little snug everywhere else, but I still get that snap loose down here in the center of 3.
10-4. We'll try to work on that here a little bit. Let's be ready, guys. We'll do what they do here. Stay up in your second groove right here at 1 and 2. 31. Stroke the right front real hard at the bottom.
And what he meant doing what they do, that means if all the leaders pit, we're going to come with them. But after only about 33 laps on tires, most of the leaders stayed out, as you talked about, Mike.
And if it's loose in there, Larry, you can put a little air in that right front tire. That'll help that. Then you need to make an adjustment maybe on the left rear tire to help it turn better off the corner. So work on the cars diagonally.
1 to go, and we'll go back to green. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew leading the McDonald's Drive-Thru Championship, fueled by Powerade, among the teams that choose to compete in that competition. Kurt Busch's team second. They will fall from that position tonight. He spent 8 minutes behind the wall making repairs when he lost the belts off the front of the engine. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon to bring them around for this restart. Tony Stewart fifth, Greg Biffle, Mark Martin, and Jeff Burton.
Yeah, you see Sterling Marlin in that 40 car right there. He's back in the 24th position trying to get back on the lead lap.
I want to see what these Roush Fords do. There's 4 of them right in a row, 6th through 9th. Not quite up on the lead, but lurking, Darrell.
Yeah, they always run good on the short tracks. I mean, you can count on that. Kent's is good on the short track. We know Biffle is. The 99 needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, the only Roush car that's not there, like Jeff Hammond talked about, is Kurt Busch, who was basically leading the race when they had trouble. Looks like Casey Kane in the 9. He's having sort of, looks like he may have a left front tire rub. We've got a battle for the lead.
It's Ryan Newman and Darrell right on the restart. Everybody wants to gun for the lead. Last time Junior, this time Newman.
Yeah, get them while they're all, get them while they're there, and there's clear track ahead of you.
Junior, though, not to be denied. Smoke from Casey Kane continues. He still stays right up there in that front pack.
I tell you, that car back there in about 5th place, Larry. Tony Stewart, he just keeps creeping into the picture.
He's got the inside on Jeff Gordon, and Gordon can't get past Kane.
Uh-oh, this could be big.
3 wide.
This
No.
get ugly right here.
And Greg Biffle in the 16 car, he's going to take the position away from Jeff Gordon in the 24 too, as they're side-by-side off turn two.
Still outside, still outside. Darren's got a tire rub up there. Just be calm. Everything's all right.
I'll tell you, Jeff Gordon is the best big picture racer I have seen. He could have stuck it in there, but he's thinking, like we say, big picture. He's not thinking about who getting the spot on this lap. He's thinking lap 400 and wisely backed out of it there.
Got 250 laps to go, so we still got plenty of time. Don't beat the front end all up. Cut a tire down.
He's trying for his 3rd win in a row. Tony Stewart just cleared Casey Kane, trying for his 1st win of the season. There's the Home Depot Chevy, number 20. New colors on it tonight. A little bit of nighttime black added to the usual white and orange.
And you know the thing about Jeff Gordon? He could win 30 in a row, and it wouldn't be a surprise to me.
He runs good at every racetrack we go to. It don't matter, road courses included. Hey, Greg Biffle, though, in that 16 car, we're riding with him right now, a lot like his Busch car last night, so good through the middle of the corner. He carries so much speed through there.
Back at 12th place, Jamie McMurray and Rusty Wallace. 2 Dodges side by side.
And what we have to remember, Jamie McMurray in the 42 car, he qualified back in 37th position. He's the biggest mover in this race so far.
Oh, gosh, big wreck, guys.
Yep, hard in the wall, Brendan Gaughan.
77 car, hard in the wall.
And that'll be caution number 5 at lap 150.
That look had all the markings of a tire as well.
That'll be a huge break for Sterling Marlin, Jamie McMurray's teammate in the 40 car. He will get the free pass now, so we'll have 24 cars on the lead lap.
Looks like his tires are up. I don't know if okay, take a look at it and see if we made some contact there with somebody.
The 9 car had a tire rub, but it's almost like once it gained some air pressure, it quit rubbing on the left front.
Oh, sometimes they'll make their own clearance.
Hopefully in the right way.
That's right.
Let's see what happened to Brendan Gaughan in the Kodak Jasper number 77. The yellow car right there.
Yikes. Looks to me like he got a little help from Terry Labonte. I tell you what, you drive with anticipating that people are going to do the same thing you would do. And sometimes a rookie driver just doesn't do what you anticipate him that he's going to do.
You mean like back off in a certain spot or hit the brake in a certain spot or so hard?
Exactly. Always kind of, you know what every driver can do, but it's a rookie, you're not sure.
Nonetheless, caution is out for the 5th time this evening in Richmond.